Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin. And look at the time.
Is the American leading the Jamaican at the moment?
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We back with another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building. And you know who I'm with? My boy, the bearded wonder. But we got, you know what? My bearded wonder. Go ahead and introduce the guest we have today.
Man, we got the one, the only, real talk with T. Most famous, man, with the athletes, man. So loved. We got T with us, man. T, say what up to everybody, man.
Woo! What's up, y'all? Hey, thank you for having me.
We need to get a little audio track. You were so loved, T. Like the track and field world loves you. Like not even just from like an athlete standpoint, but it seems like the whole level, you know, from like Diamond League to Puma to the athletes, like to the kids. They love you, man. Like what do you think that you bring to the table? What is it that you bring to the table that's so special?
First of all, I have to say, like, it's definitely an honor and a blessing to be on this podcast with you guys. Thank y'all for having me. And it's a blessing to be loved. Like, thank y'all for the love that I always receive from everybody. I don't know what I bring, honestly. Like, I just bring myself, you know? Like, everybody asks that question, like, what are you doing different? And it's like, I'm just authentically being myself, you know what I'm saying? And I think people just accept it when they know, like, it's raw. And it's not, like, a facade. I'm not trying to like do come talk about this for this type of clickbait. You know, it's more like real raw and authentic. And I'm really showing like genuine love. Like, I genuinely love the sport. I genuinely love to meet new people. You know, so I think that's just kind of what plays a part into it. Like, I love it, you know?
Let's get a little bit of background on you, T, because I don't think a lot of people know. Were you an athlete in track and field?
Yes. I used to do the heptathlon. Yes.
There we go. A lot of people don't know that you actually competed at the collegiate level, correct?
Yeah, that little Popeye D1, a little Texas Tech vibe, you know.
That's what I'm trying to get out of you. You tell us a little bit about you. That's what we want to learn. Everybody see you on, you know, content creating and talking to the athletes and don't know that you have a real understanding of what it's like to go through the things that the athletes are going through. That's possibly what could make you have a lot of likability also. You know what I mean? So did you see yourself when you were a track athlete transitioning to this? Or how did this come about? You doing interviews with the athletes, where did it start? What was your first meet when you did it for the first time? I know the first time I saw you, but tell us the first time you did it and when you knew, like, I could actually turn this into something.
Oh, good question. I mean, we go back to the beginning. So, like, as a kid, I always wanted to be, like, a broadcaster on TV, but I felt like you had to go to the Olympics or have, like, some type of resume as an athlete to be credited on TV. So, like, of course, I was a track athlete that wanted to go pro. I wanted to chase the dream. I wanted to, you know, get a sponsorship and stuff like that. But I was a COVID senior and reality really hit us hard. Like, us COVID seniors did not get a lot of opportunities. There was not a lot of things that was given or opportunities for us, especially it being like my senior year, like losing that indoor for COVID and outdoor. So my first ever, like, I guess, interviewer, like, type of situation was at Texas Tech. We had, like, an Under Armour Classic high school meet where, like, you know, the kids would come and run, like, a high school meet and, like, our team will work the event. So we'll have, like, somebody doing long jump, somebody doing, like, time, you know, everybody doing different type of stuff. So one of my teammates was supposed to do, like, announcing the awards. And she got in trouble. She didn't want to do it. So I was like, you know what, coach, whatever. Like, I'll do it. And I ended up doing it, falling in love with it, interviewing the kids. And it kind of, like, sparked that fire in me. Like, hey, like, you really can do this now if you want to. Like, you don't have to be an athlete. You can, like, see how you fit in or whatever. And I changed my major that instance. I started shadowing a lady at Texas Tech who was in charge of the media and stuff like that. And then, like, it's just been this big old, like, snowball effect. You know, I really started my platform to, like, get practice because I wanted to be, like, on TV. I wanted to be, like, a broadcaster. So I made it to, like, get practice and get reps in. And now it's just turned into this whole, like, other situation, you know?
Yeah. So NBC and all y'all who listening, man, y'all got to put T on TV. I think she's doing a really good job as an interviewer. But we hear her dreams. I think that dream could definitely come true.
No, they out there watching her, man. They watching her. I remember when I saw you made it. I feel like for me, one of the biggest moments for you is when you did NCAAs. Yeah. Like when I saw you out there on field NCAAs, I was like, look at my girl, man. She got it. I stood up like, Tease me, baby.
You were definitely a breath of fresh air because you give a whole different perspective. No shade to the journalists. I mean, they come from a different world, you know what I mean? And they're trained in what they do, but you bring a total different perspective. The athletes are definitely a lot more lax. They're a lot more willing to not give like interview answers. They give real answers. Like one of my favorite interviews with you is you with Masai. Masai, see, I said your name right. But she came after me one time like, get it right. So I said your name right. So I like that one because she was so real with you. She was open. She cried, and then she came back this year, and she's the Olympic champion. And that whole loop of what you did with her then loops back around now to show the whole progression of how to keep going and how to keep progressing. So especially for her and people who may see her, that was really inspiring.
All right,
since let me tell you how God works. Wait, can I tell you about that interview about that side situation?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Let me tell you how God works. No, because like in Paris, my first ever Olympics, Puma gave me the grand opportunity. I can't knock it. Like that's the reason why I was in Paris from the beginning. But the Olympics was going on and things like that, and I was a little disappointed that I wasn't able to get access to the Team USA athletes. I was disappointed. Like I was trying my best. I would text them, reach out to them, but like once they win a medal, Justin, they go through hours and hours and hours of media, so they don't have time to really step out of that schedule. So like I was a little disappointed. So for that moment to like come around full circle and for me to use an interview from the whole year prior, like that was just like the icing on the cake. Like it just proves to myself that like you don't got to be off the track. You can find a way to be involved without having that access, because I didn't have access to anything in the Olympics but the Puma House, So I have to just give you a little backstory about that one.
No, I love that.
For sure.
That was amazing because it was spot on. It was right on point. You told the journey of a Masai, but you humanized her. You gave her opportunity to talk about, she down right now, but she gonna get back up. She believes in herself. She pushes forward, and then fast forward, there she is right there, Olympic gold medalist right there, and coming right back talking to you once again. My favorite, since we giving out a list of T's interviews.
Yeah, T's favorites.
I love it.
I love your interaction with Sydney because I feel like no one brings out a side of Sydney like you bring out. And I be sitting there like, what is going on here? You got Sydney over here dancing. She be over here getting it. I'm like, what is that? What's going on there?
I think it's just a level of trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you remember, but like 2022, me and Sydney went live on Instagram. It was like her first time going live in a long time. And like, she trusted me. I was like, hey, and I made her feel comfortable. I sent her the question ahead of time. I was like, do you want the comments on? Do you want them off? She was like, let's turn them off. Cool. I just give the athletes that respect. And I think like she recognized that like anything that they ask, like, hey, I don't like this, take this out, or this is not cool. I just give them that respect because it's never worth the risk of a relationship. I think it's just built up that trust. Like now she's just like, oh, I know like she's not finna just orchestrate nothing crazy. I can just come and be let loose with her. I think that's how it's kind of simmered through all the athletes, really. But yeah, that's my girl. I love Sid.
For sure, man. Yeah, hey, listen, she need to go ahead and put you in her back pocket. Like everything she roll out, anytime she's a step out the door, I got my tea with me now. We gonna be out here acting real cool.
Yeah, man. She be real lax, like not interviewery, like she just be real lax. Like you could tell that's the real Sid when she's with you. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. I think more people want to see that out of her because, she's so poised and, they want to see her like a little goofy and the real her. And I think that's what fans really like. That's why they're begging to see her so much. She's such a high-class talent, but they want to know more about her because, she's famous. I don't think she realized how famous she is, but she's famous, and that's why people want to know more about her.
Yeah, and I think she's working towards that. You know, like I think like if you notice, like I pay attention to every detail. Like during hurdles, she does not look at the camera, she doesn't smile, she doesn't wave. But during other events, she's getting more comfortable with like waving and maybe giving a little smirk. So I think she's trying to work her way back into giving herself more to the media. But I mean, it's hard. I mean, y'all know y'all was athletes. It's their media is not the number one trusted source in the series. So it's like I get it, you know.
Media is good when you're winning, but then when you losing, boy.
Boy, the crazy thing is you gotta lose.
You.
Bro, you don't even gotta lose. Somebody else just gotta do good. If somebody else do good, then they coming after you.
Yes. Justin, how'd you feel about Noah? Like, dang.
Yeah,
man. I thought we was talking about me.
Crazy.
So that's definitely good. What's your goals going forward? I mean, you've grinded so much. I've watched you in the last 2 years. Obviously, you've been grinding before that, but I think I caught up with you for the last 2 years, like watching you. What's your goals going forward into the next 2025 year? Where does Real Talk with T want to go? Like, what does that look like? Or you don't have a clue, you just rolling with the punches?
First of all, you right on time. This is like year 3 for me-ish. So you right on time. Okay. But
okay.
As far as goals, it's really hard to say. Like, I structured myself to be like, okay, I got to get to Paris, 2024 Olympics. Like, that's the main goal, you know? But now that it's came and it's gone, I'm kind of like restructuring what my next 4 years looks like to LA. I do have like I have so many ideas. It's more about having the resources and learning how to like, I guess, leverage my resources, if that makes sense. Because like, I met a lot of people, I have a lot of contacts, but I don't have it all just together yet. But like, I have so many good ideas I want to put into like surface. I've talked to people about them that they're like, oh, we'll let you in. We'll let you come see our camp. We'll let you come see this, you know? But it's more about just like lining the puzzles up in the right direction. But you can definitely see way more content, way more series, and just way more good vibes, way more events. Just, I don't know, the same thing, but more and more and more on a higher level. And I'm definitely building a team. I have some social media people that I'm going to be talking to next week, trying to like expand on that area because it has been a struggle doing this all by myself. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I am a content creator for Grand Slam track. Boom, 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 boom. So that's another thing added to my... That's another thing added to my list of...
Good job, Michael. Good job, Michael.
Yeah.
Boy, Mike gonna come after you, boy. You better leave that boy.
What, man? What I'm talking to one of his content creators right here, dog. Man, that's big.
This is true. I think what you're doing is good, man. That's the whole thing of if you build it, it will come. As you just keep working, more people will see you. You'll meet more people. You'll develop more ideas, and more things will definitely happen for you. But I'm definitely glad to see that we have somebody in the sport who's relatable like you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's definitely really good. I think and you cover everything. Like you was in Peru, then you went to doggone Zurich, then you in Brussels, then you was at the Olympics, you was at the Adidas meet, you were everywhere. So I definitely commend your grind, you know what I mean? And anybody listening, if you want to send T some funding money for her to move around because she's doing it by herself, send it to her, man. Send it to her. Tell her your Cash App, girl.
just give me the money.
Just give me the money.
And give me a tax write-off for any American trying to support it, man. Come on, y'all do it.
No, but I got some fun things coming up. Like, people actually are reaching out. You know, like, I would say, like, for example, I got a guy that reached out to me from Twitter. Like, I said, I have 1,000 jobs. I have 1,000 things going on. So for Olympic trials, I thought I had everything covered, and my flights last minute wasn't. So like this guy from Twitter reached out to me, was like, hey, like, is there any way I can support? I'm like, you don't even know. I have a perfect opportunity for you to support. He's like, oh, I got 1,000 miles. And like, he booked my flight. So there are people who are reaching out that like look out for me. You know, I feel like this is a matter of time, and the timing just has to be right. I just can't have too much on myself, you know? So I think it's more about building a team around me of people who I trust, who I know can like, you know, maintain the same energy that I'm bringing to the space. That's really what it is.
Well, T, I don't know if you know, next year is going to be a really big year. You talked about LA. 2025, you have indoor worlds, you have outdoor worlds, you have Grand Slam track, you have the ATL track meets, you have the Adidas meet, there's so much next year. So I think, yeah, you span into LA but 2025 could be a really busy year for you.
Oh, for sure.
Where's you want to travel to? Like, where's places, since you traveling so much now, obviously you kind of going through your bucket list and say, I want to go here, I want to go there. Where you want to go? Like, where's the next place you want to go?
Africa.
Hey.
I want to go to Africa.
Oh, that's beautiful. What part of Africa you want to go?
I don't even know. I have a trip I could have went to. I think it's called Zanzibar, the island off of Africa.
Zanzibar. Yeah.
Zanzibar. Yeah, I wanted to go there with my friend, but the timing wasn't right. But I'm definitely trying to find my way to Africa. I just got to find me a little girls trip that's gonna already go there. I can just like hop on, like, hey y'all, like let me come. That's it.
Let me tag along the girls trip.
Yeah, you can't go solo to Africa. That's too far.
That is far.
Oh yeah.
They gonna love you over there too.
Every time you go somewhere far, all I could do, I mean, our producers will tell you, I always be talking about taking. I'd be like, hey, y'all, stay close, man. We ain't never been there.
No, for real.
Be like, you get missing for 24 hours, boy. You ain't coming back.
No, really, though. Really. That's why I share my location. Somebody got my location. Somebody got it.
Anywhere
Somebody
in the
know
world.
where I'm at.
At all times.
Be like, hey, they're going to be like, T missing. Be like, boy, good luck. Boy, you ain't going to get her.
She about to be somebody's wife over there.
I try to say. Well, your last meet was Brussels, right? The Brussels.
No, I didn't go to
Diamond.
Brussels. Zurich was my last one. See,
you didn't go?
Yes. No, so my grandma passed after Paris, so I literally had to go home, let my grandma to rest. Yeah, I had to handle a bunch of family stuff, so I didn't go to Brussels. So Zurich was my last Diamond League for sure.
Oh, our condolences definitely.
Yeah. Thank you. It's okay. Thank you, guys.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But with Zurich, we covered Zurich, and we're going to cover Brussels. And we know you was on the ground in Zurich, but as we go through some of the results in Zurich and talk about Zurich, we're going to have you on to kind of like dissect with us, because you're usually down there with the athletes, talking to them, and you've talked to a lot of them personally, and possibly could give us some more insight, because we haven't talked to all of the athletes, but we know you have. We know you.
I'm gonna have a few. I'm gonna have a few insights. I was watching Brussels too, so we could dibble and dabble in both.
Okay. All right. Cool. First off, what was the weather like? Because we never know what the weather. We see on TV and they be like, some of them be bundled up, some of them got the hoodies on. What was it like in Zurich?
Cold, rainy, cold. I'm not even going front. It was cold. Now Brussels looked cold too, so I think that's just the energy in Europe around this time.
Listen, Sydney let us know Brussels was cold when she ran that orange and long tights.
Long tights, boy. Look, listen. If I was baking that cake, that would be a recipe for disaster, boy. All that lactic acid building up, boy. Hell no.
That's crazy.
I would have stopped at the 150 mark, dog. It was crazy.
Yeah. So our fans who are listening, who don't understand the nuances of track and field, when it's cold and raining, it's very hard for the athletes to run top tier times. So if you see 10:93 or 10:08 or 9:99 or 9:93 from some of those athletes, it's not the perfect conditions for the athletes to run fast. Perfect conditions for sprinters and in our world to run fast is 70, 75 degrees and above. You know what I mean? That's usually optimum weather for us to run like our best times with a possible no win or tailwind. So we always try to give like the fans who are just joining our podcast a little insight as to why they'll be like, oh, they didn't run that fast there. It'd be like, 10:09 is fast if you in 50-degree weather. Or 9:09 is fast if you in 50-degree weather. That's fast. Okay. Or if it's raining, you know what I mean? Because the track gets slower as it rains because it soaks up the water. So we just want to let our fans know sometimes that's what happens because they don't have an understanding.
I love
Very
that.
true. Very true.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's RSG. We've partnered up with DraftKings.
With football season back, DraftKings is an official partner with the NFL.
And as you guys know, if you bet just as little as $5 for new customers, you get $250 in bonus bets instantly.
And on top of that, you're going to get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium.
So head over to DraftKings now and download their app today.
And remember, use our promo code RSG when signing up.
DraftKings is the place to bet touchdowns.
If sports betting isn't in your state, don't worry. DraftKings has daily fantasy.
And remember to use our promo code RSG. New customers who bet as little as $5 get $250 in bonus bets instantly.
DraftKings, the crown is yours. So who we got first? Who we got first?
We gonna go into Brussels. We gonna go into Brussels. You know I'm a big fan of Brittany Brown. I am. I love Brittany Brown. She's a certified dog, man. She going out there and she handling business, man. She is our Diamond League champion in the 200 meters. And congratulations to her. She ran that race really textbook, let off the gas a little bit in the end, but she dominated the race from start to finish. She runs some amazing curves, which I love to see. And it was a pretty easy win for her. I remember she talked about, and one of the races, she was like, she kept getting the outside lane, but it looks like that's her preferable lane now. That's the lane she's picking now. She's like,
that's her lane.
That's her lane, because she's running some of the best times. She's made the team from that outside lane. She's running some of her best times from the outside lane. So I think from now on, when we see her in meets, she's definitely going to have her agent negotiate an outside lane. What do you think about the race, Justin and T?
Go ahead, T.
I was just like iffy because of the weather. You know, like I really wish that it was a little sunnier for the girls, for everybody that competed on those 2 days, because like we would have saw better performances. But yeah, Brittany Brown definitely had herself a good year, and I really hope that she's in a lot of more of these conversations now. Like I think it's time, guys. Start telling her story on the broadcast. Start pointing her out as one of those top contenders, because that's kind of still being left behind. So I think it's time to like bring her story where it's close to her performances, because she's performing, she's racing, she's running fast, she's winning, she's Diamond League champ. Like, give her credit. She has an Olympic medal. Like, I think it's time, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. She had an amazing season. Like, the moment she said, enough is enough, y'all stop giving me these disrespectful outside lanes, our girl Brown just started rolling out, dog. Just started rolling out, man. And then on top of that, I mean, going out there, winning Olympic medal, being a Diamond League champion. I mean, those are individual dreams that you want to accomplish. To accomplish those all in 1 year, like that is, and then she's growing. You could tell she's growing with each race. She's coming more comfortable with her running style, her form, and competing at that level. Like, she built to be here. You know what I mean? She always said, I never was an NCAA champion. I never had all these accolades that a lot of the other sprinters had. It was the fact that I know where I wanted to be. And then she got there. And that's what we see it now, man. It's the fact of, this is what track and field really is about. Athletes who go unrecognized for so long, but their love for the sport and believing in themselves holds tried and true. And they go out there and that moment happens and they make it big. And that's what she is. She got signed this year, got a whole nother contract.
Come on now.
Hey, Rick, just give me my money.
I definitely like that for her. She's definitely winning. I definitely think that we don't have to talk too much about her, because she's doing her talking on the track. You know what I mean? By her winning, her story will definitely come to fruition, because even before she got the medal, I was telling people once she made the team, like, she was on my radar. You know, I was saying I am a Brittany Brown fan. I like her story, and I like the way she goes about handling her business. Now, to the other thing, I knew she would have wanted to run against Sydney. I know it didn't permit, but Sydney ran 22:40. She ran 22:20. I want to ask both of you, if Sydney was in that race, is there a change in the outcome? Does Brittany Brown still win, or does Sydney win in that situation?
You know what? That's a tough question. That's a tough question, but we're gonna get into it. Honestly, I think it would be a much faster race for sure. Like, they will push each other. I don't know. Like, Sydney doesn't have that many races, so that's why I kind of would give it to her, because she hasn't raced that much this season. Like, she went from Paris and took like a long break, so I feel like she would be maybe a little fresher than Brittany. So I don't know though, but it would have been faster. That's all we could ask for. It would have been way faster than what it was, for sure. Like, they definitely would have felt that push from the start.
I'm gonna give it to Brittany because she has been finding her niche in her own event this season, right? But it wouldn't be an easy win for Brittany at all. I'm gonna say that because you see how Sydney is. Sydney evaluates her field that she's running against. She knows what effort needs to go out there. And she's not scared to run against the clock, but she's also not scared to run against other athletes. So I believe that 22:40 was because she cleared the field and she had no one pressing her. So she just ran for the time and she just kept turning over. That's the time that came up on the clock. I think she can run faster. Yeah, I think she can run faster. She opened up with 22:0. So you know that she has it in the tank for this season. But once again, I mean, you got dog for dog. That's going to be a hard one. And that's when you get the popcorn. You got to go to the concession stand before this race starts, get that popcorn, because this is a dog for dog kind of situation. So maybe this is something we'll see in the future. Maybe we'll see both of them race against each other in the future. I would like that.
Yeah, Sydney don't race much overseas, and it's to the credit of, you know, I think her coach only has her running to prep for meets, running USAs, and running for championships because he believes in world records and gold medals. I think that's where Bobby Kersey's mind is always at. So I think in his head, he's like, run overseas for what? We're gonna leave and have to change our diet and, you know, change venues and all that for one or two races. But I definitely think she did the fans a good service by going out there and competing. So I think that was definitely a good look for her.
It's hard to do a double, let alone I did a double in Brussels for finals. I had only an hour in between races for the 100 and the 200. So I know her going out there do a double for the 4, then backdooring it to run a 2 competitively at a high level. Listen, probably one of the toughest events she had this year, even though she broke the world record at the Olympics and won the gold. That tested her legs. Those 2 races tested her legs back to back like that.
Okay, well, shoot, since you already brought up the 4, I was going to leave that for later. We could bring that up now. I think she ran 49:11, which was the fastest time for the meet. But Queen Paulino, is the Diamond League champion at 49:4. What do both of you think that race would have looked like if they locked up together?
Ooh. Diving for the line. Diving for the line at the finish.
I could definitely tell you, I'm going to go first. I'm going to tell you what I think. Everybody
What
know
you think?
I'm a Sydney fan, but I'm a Queen Paulino fan too. I think Paulino ran for the win. I think Sydney was out there. She tried to run for the American record. And it's hard to do that when you're beating the field by so much. You know what I mean? I feel like once you insert them two in the same race together, I think it changes both of their race plans because both of them know that they're formidable opponents. And I definitely think that race would have been a whole lot faster because Sydney would have known, I can't let Paulino get too far. And Paulino would have known, I can't let this girl get in front of me. Let this girl. What are you guys' thoughts?
I wish we could have just saw it. Like, that would have been such a good finale of the season. Like,
It would have. It would have
given us a to be continued kind of situation. Like, oh, we gotta see this again.
For sure.
I know Paulino wanted to be the Diamond League champion, but I feel like that me could have definitely been like, okay, we could 1v1 it. You know what I mean? We could have two 400-meter race and then have a 1v1 within the meet of them two. Yeah, I think that possibly could have worked.
I think Paulino. Yeah, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
No. They wouldn't have ran both. No, they would have had.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't have ran both. Them two would have just ran a 1v1. They still would have ran the 400 with everybody else, but those two would have had a 1v1. Just them two.
A 1v1 what? What distance?
Just them 400. 400.
I'm not ready to see them 400. I'm not ready to see them in the 4 this year because Paulino ran a lot of 4s this year. Sydney only came along. She dropped that 22-0. I think she ran. What else she ran? The 400 or the 100 early this season?
She ran the 100 hurdles, the 200. But I don't think she ran. She ran one open 4. She ran 48.7. Yeah. And
she chilled. You didn't see her till Olympic trials. So she a little more rested than Paulino, I feel like, right? So I want to see them fresh. Give me fresh legs from both of them.
I think Paulino would have been like, yeah, but she don't care about none of that. She like, yeah, I'm a race. I'm gonna put it down. She jump in here, I'm ready, just like she ready. I'm ready. Rest the legs or no rest the legs. I'm gonna be Diamond League. I'm gonna show y'all why I am the undisputed 400-meter queen. And I think that's what she wanted to do. But I definitely think that we're gonna definitely see that next year.
Oh, we're gonna see something because Sydney was doing that. She wasn't doing that double for nothing. Now I'm trying to see some doubles next year. I think that's what the teaser was, and I'm here for it. Seated.
Yeah.
Hey, she ain't gonna stop until she get like I don't think she's leaving the 400-meter hurdles because like I've said this before. I think her and her coach's goal is to run 49, which is insane. Which is insane.
Yeah,
50.3 is insane. But I think she definitely. Bobby Kersey built a program for her to run 49 in hurdles. She wants to achieve that, but I think they definitely want to achieve the American record or world record in the 400 flat also. So I think that's on their dream board also. So I think that's why she goes back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
let's go after it.
Next race, man, we have I'm a fan favorite of Jasmine. Jasmine is the Diamond League champion once again at 12-3, which is probably one of the most consistent years that she ran 12-3, 12-3, 12-3, 12-3. You know, she's ran that so many times this year. You know what I mean? And she, I want to say on the pod, she did say that she is going to try. I don't want to jinx the sprints next year. What do you guys think about that?
She could do it.
I love to see her do it, bro. To be honest, I like seeing people who have the capabilities of running outside their respectable event and really throw down in another event. When I see Sydney went out there and ran that 200 and ran 22 flat, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see that. I think Kamacho do the same thing. I want to see that. You know what I mean? So I mean, especially athletes who are real true competitors. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can come out from a different event and they're not going to be standing there at the start line all foreign and everything. Like, oh, I'm just here just to have fun. Like, they're going to be there like, I'm ready to get it. You know what I mean? So I think I want to see Kamacho get out there and run a couple of sprints for sure. She powerful enough for sure.
Man, she powerful enough. She move well. Listen, if she has, and she was dealing with a little bit of injuries at the end of the tail end of the season, you know what I mean? I think she had a little calf thing going on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, you running with this little calf thing and you running 12-3, girl, but you would have ran.
Facts.
I think we're going to see a lot of that, though. A lot of hurdlers are stepping out next year. Like, I think Masai stepping out a little bit. Grant Holloway going to step out a little bit. I think we're going to see a lot of them trying to get on that sprint wave. I'm with it.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Now that you mentioned, you know, the boy wonder, Grant Holloway, I seen an interview earlier this week of him stepping out of Brussels because Brussels and his team couldn't meet an agreement of a parents' fee payment. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but I just want to make it clear. I think they couldn't come to an agreement of what they should pay him, and that's one of the reasons why he didn't run the Diamond League final. He also went ahead in his interview to talk about how he feels that he should have a certain amount of deals because who he is and in our sport, and that he's the double crown winner in the world championship and the Olympic champion. What do you guys think about him speaking on those things at a press conference?
I loved it. We need more transparency. Yes, they didn't have the money. Let people know, because like if not, people gonna be like, why didn't you run anyway? So I like the transparency. I like that he came out and actually said what was going on. That I'm also confused about that too. I don't understand like who picks who's the face of the sport, but like I definitely think Grant needs to be in that conversation just a little bit with how accomplished he is. And then like I think Grant's just getting started. Like that I know y'all remember them Florida days. Like Grant used to be up and down every event, just doing the most. And I really think he can do it on a professional level. Maybe not as many events, but something like that. You know, I don't know why he's not chosen, but I think he needs some more deals too. I don't see why not. Like, give it to him.
Oh, my turn.
Go ahead, Justin.
Indoor world champion, right? Indoor world record holder. Outdoor world champion, Olympic champion, right? The most sub-12s ever in the event, period, over all the greats. Second fastest time ever in the event, right? Only by 1/100th of a second. He's right there. He got 6 things that's playing in his favor. 6 things that's playing in his favor on paper. He definitely needs that backing from advertisement, that backing from sponsors. His team needs to build his persona to make sure he's out there, you know what I mean? So that people can see him. He's a complete athlete when you look at it. Look at all the things he's done in his event. He eats, exactly. He gets out there, he eats. It's the fact that some sponsors they don't necessarily look for accolades. Accolades get you in the door. It's who you are that's going to make those companies money. And that's what they want to see. So we need to see more of Grant. We need to see more of how funny he is, how lovable he is, how he makes you laugh, how personable he is. That is going to seal the deal, I think, for a lot of companies. That's the stuff that we know about him, right, T? We know how funny he is. We know how charismatic he is. The world needs to see that. When he steps on that line, and I only say this because this happened to me. You know me, dog. When I step on that line, I transform into a different human being. You know what I mean? I was Jay Gat. But when I stepped away, I was Justin, right? Mm-hmm. Sponsors don't want to mess with people they can't hear, they can't talk to, they can't understand, they can't humanize, right? They want to see who you are. And I think Grant has everything that's needed to transcend out of the sport, to be somebody, a personality outside of the sport. He is like, hell, he likes Superman because he moves like Clark Kent, but he be flying over the hurdles. He likes Superman, dog. He needs to get his persona, craft it, sell it, package it. Trust me, dog. You're going to have that watch deal soon.
So
go ahead. Because I got a lot of questions too.
So you think it's more of him re-engineering his persona for track and field? Because the reason why I say that is we do get a lot of for Justin, we do get a lot of, if I knew he was this cool, I don't know why I dislike Justin. Everybody, like, we have a comment like that every show. Like, they say they love Justin now because they didn't know he was like this. So you think he needs a lot more off the track where people can see him? Because, I mean, he has charities. He reads to kids. He definitely is doing everything he needs to do as a person, as a mentor. He is a full package deal. So you think he needs to be more personable to get those deals. People need to see him as a more personable person off the track? That's what you're saying?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. When you look at numbers, that's what numbers are. You look at athletes who are in our game right now who have elevated their social media platforms, right? And they have millions of followers now, 2 million, 1.5 million. Look at what Noah has, right? It's a fact of a lot of those people who are there, trust me, bro, they don't even know Noah's personal time in the 200. You can't tell me 1.5 million people who follow him know his PRs, know his favorite place to run, know most of his stats that are track and field based. They follow him because of his personality, his persona. They're waiting for what he said next. More people know what he said to the NBA and to Tyreek than they know his PR. You understand?
This is true. This is true. And to your point, I know a lot of his followers follow him because he's in that world of anime and everything else. You know what I mean? So he's letting people know what he likes outside of track. I couldn't tell you, and I may be wrong, I haven't seen, what does Grant love outside of track? He might gain fans. If he like fishing, he might pick up some people who be like, oh yeah, he be fishing, where he at? Or what does he like outside of track? So you're saying him showing people outside of track what he is will raise his numbers in social media, which would make him more attractive to sponsors.
Absolutely, man. He loves golf. He has a golf tournament every year. He invites people to this golf tournament. I can't play golf like that. And he ain't finna whip my ass in no golf. And he loves wine.
He loves wine. I didn't know that.
He a damn near.
I didn't.
Yeah, he damn near a sommelier, bro. He loves wine. He in there, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna beat me while he drunk on wine and some golf, and I'm still sober. So nah.
T, you had a question. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like, first of all, Justin, you should pull up to the golf tournament because I'm be there this year and it's gonna be a vibe. But I was gonna say, What else does he need to do? Because like from my understanding, even from like a TV perspective, like I remember after he won 100, he like picked up a kid, did something with a kid. He like, remember he cracked the like seltzer drinks and was like I feel like he's entertaining, but I just don't get what it's gonna take for that level. Like, does he have to be like controversial? Like I should.
No. We don't want him to be controversial. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. Do you think his team or agents now have to be a lot more aggressive? Because we know from our time, agents, they only did mostly like shoe deals. They're not out looking for the other deals or the watch deal or, you know what I mean? He could get a clipper deal, man. He always, his haircut is always tight. You know what I mean? He could get a bevel blade deal or something like that. Do they need to work harder and be like, okay, we can't get the watch deal, but we know you like to get your haircut, we're going to reach out to Bevel or we're going to reach out to some other company. Do you think the agents have to get a lot more creative who are in our sport?
This is exactly what I would do with Grant. I would market him as the complete athlete. Why I say the complete athlete? Because everyone looks for the fastest athlete, right? Who's the fastest man in the world? Who's the fastest woman in the world, right? This is the most complete athlete in the world. He owns every title in his event. He's gunning for the Olympic the world record, right? So that's something that fans now can follow him. So when he's on that path now, we are talking about the Olympic champion. We're following him on the path of breaking the world record in his event, running the fastest that no one's ever ran in his event, right? That's a story within itself. Now you take him, and he was an outstanding football player too, bro. You take him, put him on ESPN, put him on there as one of the guest correspondents for one of the football games. Have him talk about what he sees in the game, what it was for him when he played in the game. Bro, you only get this amount of time when you in the Olympics. As an Olympic athlete, you get attention this amount. And with Rule 40, you get attention this amount. You feel me? So, hey, being serious.
Yeah,
but
gotta keep it real.
The thing is that they need to go out there and they need to be able to strike while the iron's hot and keep his persona hot, keep him relevant, keep him talking about things that's in the media, in the news, make him make jokes, laugh about it. We want to see who you are. And I think that's how I would look at it when it comes to him.
And Grant, we only talking about this because we want you to win, brother. So that's the only reason why we bring it up. We want you to win. We want to see you get those sponsorships, man. That's why we wanted to bring a little bit of light to it.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, he the kind of person that's gonna who could open up the door for so many more athletes. We think that because we win, that's supposed to give us our stardom. It's the fact of we win, but you show the world who you are. That's why you get your stardom. There's a lot of people out there winning in our sport, but we don't even know their names. That's the sad part.
This is true. I think I sent you this the other day. The person that, and it's possibly because of where he lives and whatever, the person that has the most followers in track and field is a javelin thrower from India. He has he has 9 million followers.
Hey, look at T. Go ahead, T.
You see it.
She didn't even look down. She wouldn't even like.
I didn't want to say his name. You know why I didn't want to say his name? Because you know I was going to butcher it.
It's tough.
But he has the most followers in track and field. But I guarantee if you ask the average track fan who has the most followers, they don't know who he is. They won't say, on this side of the world, they won't say who he is. They would think somebody else like a Sydney or something like that. You know what I mean? But the person who has the most followers in our sport is a javelin thrower, which I think is amazing because it has nothing to do with sprints or distance or anything else. It's a guy that throws a javelin very, very far at that, very, very far.
In full disclosure, there is a bunch of people over there in India too. So
that's why I said. It possibly could be where he's at. 100%. His region, yes. Where he is, that could possibly be the reason. But I think, probably in spare time, some of the athletes probably got to research that because I know social media now definitely comes into play as to why sponsorships want to sponsor you. They want to know how visual you are in social media presence. So doing research to see how you could get your numbers up and taking that route could possibly be a way to get more sponsorships. You know what I mean?
And that's when I come into play.
Hey.
Grant called T. Bring her up. Hey,
Grant might be too much.
Hey, he got the hand phone on deck. You know, when he win, you know, he. You know what I mean? So
Hey, he
Grant got
better
a
be
team.
like
Grant got a team.
he about to be like this. Hold on, y'all. I'm talking to T.
Hey, Grant, hit up, man. Hit up,
I know a little something, man. I got a little social media tips. I was in the program with ESPN. They gave us a bunch of stuff, so I got a little tips. Like, hit me up. I give y'all all the tips. The sauce is free.
We are track and field, man. As track and field, we need to do everything we need to do to push our sport forward. Me and Justin at RSG are track ambassadors. You know what I mean? Former track athletes who are trying to push the sport forward. So we want to do everything. So if he could get help from us, you, whoever else is listening to this podcast who want to reach out to Grant and other athletes outside of Grant, please do. Tell us how we can grow our sport, because that's what one of our major goals is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What's up, RSG fam? You ever popped the blocks too hard and you forgot your deodorant?
Damn, dog, you nasty. You got to keep deodorant on at all times. You're going to be smelling funky.
Nah, bro, I'm good, because Mando's got me with their whole body deodorant from the founders of Lumi.
Formulated with mandelic acid, Mando has a long-lasting effect.
We talking 72 hours of odor control.
It stops odors before it even starts. And best of all, you could put Mando everywhere.
We're talking about the pits, feet, knees, back, package, everywhere.
Mando has cologne quality scents. Here's my favorite, bourbon leather. You got to check it out.
I love the fact that Mando lasts a long time. And Justin is in line. Bourbon leather is a scent that you have to try.
I've tried it everywhere. And trust me, even the wifey noticed it right away.
Strong enough to put anywhere, but gentle enough to put even on the family jewels.
And that's because it was created by a doctor.
It's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and even cruelty-free.
Mando Starter Pack is perfect if you want to try it out.
And your starter pack, you'll get solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 products of your choice.
Like mini body wash and deodorant wipes. And of course, you get free shipping.
You know Mando's always got you to keep you smelling right.
New customers get $5 off a starter pack when you use our code.
That's equivalent to 40% off your new starter pack with our code, RSG.
That's code RSG at shopmando.com.
SHOPMANDO.com.
It's time to smell better naked. Trust me, your partner's going to thank you for it.
Back to Brussels. We had Femke Ball, who was the Diamond League champion in the hurdles. Her and the silver medalist Anna Cockrell went head to head. Man, the bronze medalist beat out the silver medalist for the Diamond League win. What do you guys think about that race?
It was cute. I mean, it was cute. It was a cute race. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy. Like, I was just like, all right, you know. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't like a dramatic effect.
Yeah. It kind of played out how you thought it was gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? Normally, I don't know. I just feel like Sydney broke. I feel like Sydney broke the 400-meter hurdles, dog. I feel like it. And I only say that because I remember when 52 was amazing. Now, taking nothing away from it, it's still a great and amazing accomplishment. But now you have more females who are running those times, right? And now she done dipped into a 50 point. You know what I mean? So it's like you do one person does an amazing job by pushing the boundaries of the sport or at least their event. But then what happens is now the whole field has to catch up to that. And when that happens, it's the fact that we get so like in love with those times of 51s and 50s and she gonna go 49 that when we look at 53, we be like, all right, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's like the 100. Usain did the damn thing in the 100, bro. Like it made it to a point where he was like, okay, 99's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough thing to do.
I see track runners now saying 99 is the new 10-1. which is crazy. It's crazy. But I definitely think that Anna Cockrell is going to make she made a great push this year, but But I think once she cracked 52 at the Olympics, I think she's trying to insert her name as like, hey, I ain't going nowhere. Listen, we gonna be battling back and forth. You beat me here, and I beat you at the Olympics, but I'm definitely going to keep going, and I'm going to insert my name to make this either the big three, but I am coming. And I think she's putting them on notice. She ain't going nowhere.
No, I agree with that 100%. It's also like hard to put these last season races into full perspective because like in the mixed zone in Zurich, them athletes are tired. Like they barely want to talk. They just like, you can just tell by their body movements, like they're just done with the season. Like I know it took everything out of them to race Zurich and Brussels to finish the season because like everybody just vibe was just a little, little laggy. They just was tired. I could tell. Like, come on, T. Like they just tired. Like,
yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah,
it's true. But next year it ain't gonna be like that because the penultimate event is the World Championships. So ain't no meets after the World Championship. That's the last event. It's the last event. Finally. It's hard for us too to keep going. Yeah, to definitely keep going. Definitely. Next on the list, we have our fan favorite, Turbogo and Kenny Bernard, man. Kenny actually pulled it out. He beat Taboho in the last 200 meters of the year. You know what I mean? Kenny's relentless, man. Kenny looks hungry. Like he looked hungry for that win. Like, I don't care who he is, what he's done. I'm coming out here and I'm gonna lay it out on the line until I beat you. Kenny fighting like you ever fight a kid who you whoop, and then they keep coming back even though you whoop them. Like you can beat me 5 times, but I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna let you leave here with this busted lip. You know what I mean? And I think that's what happened, man. You know what I mean? Kenny was just relentless this year, and I think we're gonna see a lot more from Kenny Bernard next year.
I think so too, man. I mean, he put together a really good season. You know what I'm saying? I know he wants to get out of that kind of that silver bracket, but it shows consistency. And that's the respect that you have to have for his process. It shows that he, no matter where he is in the world, he is one of the best in the world, right? And it takes that moment, like a Messiah Russell. It just takes that moment for you to capitalize on it. He did at the Diamond League. This was a great tester for him that he can go out there and run that time he needs to run to seal the deal for those big moments, which is going in 2025. So, like I said, Kenny's steadily growing. He right there with them, dog. So, congratulations to him, man. He did a great run. He came off that turn, and I already know you could tell Dennis was in his ear, man. Dennis on, man, you better make that separation, man. He gonna come off that turn, and Taboho he gonna pause for a second. And then he gonna start running everybody down, man. You just gotta keep going, man. Just keep on running. Don't even look back. You know how he talks.
Your boy Dennis gonna come after you because he gonna be like, I don't sound nothing like that. Hey, but another dude who on that list, man, who probably put together one of the best seasons of his life, man, Alexander Ogando, man, from Dominica, boy. Listen, he's been there with them. Every Diamond League, the Olympics, he's right there. And it's usually that guy who comes 3rd and 4th every year that makes a surge in the next year that nobody really notices, but they make a real big surge in that next year. And you'd be like, where did he come from? And be like, he was there the whole time. You just didn't notice. He was like 3rd and 4th.
I didn't know that he actually was a 400-meter runner at first. And his coach
I didn't know that either.
His coach is Felix Sanchez. 400-meter hurdle champ.
Felix Superman Sanchez. Listen, I was in the meeting. That boy bought me some wine, so I'm always give him his name. Felix Superman Sanchez. That boy gave me some wine, boy. That boy a cold dude, boy. He was like, hey, man, you want a bottle of wine? I think he was in France, and I was like, yeah. He's like, take 2. I was like, I appreciate it.
That's one thing I love about Felix, man. He's going to build dogs, right? He's going to find them there in his country. He moved back to his country. He's going to build dogs in Dominican Republic. He found a 400-meter runner, had the capabilities of running high caliber 200 meters. And that's what Alexander's out there doing, right? And then on top of that, Felix got everything out the mud. He built his own facility. He built his own track. He put everything together. He made his dream happen, man. So shout out to Felix. Shout out to Alexander. Y'all both had a great year, man. Above and beyond, man. Y'all do your thing.
Yeah, definitely Moving on to the next one, man. Dos Santos and Zurich. You was there when he pulled out of that race, right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
And now he's the Diamond League champion at 47.93. What was his issue? Did you get to talk to him? Was he injured? Did he feel something?
I sure did. He was just saying that he felt something in his hamstring, and that he just pulled up and he just stopped because he didn't want to risk not being able to run in the final because he knew he had a good chance on taking home the trophy. So that's why he pulled up. He said he felt something in his hamstring, I think off the back turn. Something over there. He said he just stopped because he didn't want to risk getting injured or feeling anything worse. But obviously he got it together. But yeah, I was nervous for him too. I thought something crazy happened. But it was cold. It was raining. I think it's hard to hurdle 400 hurdles in the cold and the raining. So that's probably played a factor too. But yeah.
I'm going to go with you on that one. It's probably very hard to hurdle in that kind of condition.
Come on now. Gotta be.
Listen, one of the things I was wondering, what I haven't seen, is I noticed Carson Warholm pulled out of the 100 meters. He didn't run at Zurich, and he didn't run at Brussels. Did that 100 meters do something to Warholm?
His soul.
No?
It hurt his soul.
Hey, because he was talking big shit and how it all unraveled, man. He was telling Mondo, like, hey, look, I'll even give you my sprints, bro, so you ain't gonna have no excuses. And it turned out this way. I seen, Mondo still competed the next day, but he didn't. He pulled out of his race.
He was pissed. He was that pissed? First of all, they both talking cash money stuff. Both of them. Carson was so pissed off that nobody picked him to win. He just really felt some type of way that like people didn't think he was gonna pull out the win because they did the polls. Everybody kept picking Mondo. He was like, "Why would nobody pick me? Like I don't run fast." He was pissed. That was the first part. Oh, you picked him, Justin?
I did.
No, he did not. Oh, yeah, he picked Carson Warholm.
I picked Warholm, bro. I picked Warholm.
Yeah, he did pick Warholm.
Warholm had me out here wearing Jamaican jerseys, bro.
But they made by Puma his sponsor, so I'm pretty sure Puma wasn't mad.
A win is a win.
So go ahead and give me those spikes you about to give Mondo then.
Listen, I've seen his spikes. You remember when we went to the Puma house? We seen his spikes. They're crazy looking. They're crazy looking. They got like a little metal tooth on the end and junk. Look like a shark tooth. But yeah, man, the only reason why I put Mondo, I knew he ran 10.5 in high school. And if you train for the 100, that's like, usually that's like riding a bike. You kind of know how that sprinting kind of happens. You know what I mean? Nobody didn't think Carson Warholm not fast. He's fast. His boy ran 45 in the hurdles. He's the world record holder. But I just think he just takes a long time to get up to that speed. Mm-hmm. And with Mondo, I feel like he kind of knew, for pole vault, he probably do like 20s and 30s, for building velocity and everything like that. I just placated into that type of thinking to know he was going to win. Now, Justin, I don't know what he was thinking, but
that's crazy.
Justin wanted to be different. Justin wanted to be different.
That's crazy work. That was crazy work. What are you talking about? Like we haven't all sat here and watched Warholm run like a bat out of hell down that backstretch.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like my whole thing was, all right, Mondo probably gonna get up to speed, but then he gonna get caught in his pole vault cadence. You know what I mean? He's going to have them high knees. He's just going to keep stepping. He's not going to be pushing back into the ground. You know what I mean? And I thought Warholm was just going to be, I thought it was going to be an ugly win, but I thought Warholm was going to take it. Mondo got up at the blocks. As soon as Mondo got up the blocks and hit a drive phase, I was like, oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Listen, I think a happy medium for Warholm to put up, he should have said a 150. If he did a 150, it would have been a better race. You know what I mean? But because he picked 100, it's so short.
Mondo called him out for the 100. So Mondo already had the event picked. So Mondo already picked it. He had no choice. He's had to say, yeah, I'm going to do it, or no, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Mondo went back down, though. Mondo was like, you really think I can't beat you in the 100? Looking at him like, bro, you dreaming.
Mondo with the setup, boy. Mondo with the setup.
Man, look.
I don't know. Somebody probably should have told Warholm, is that, hey, bro, Jit used to run the 100 in high school. I don't think nobody told him. I don't know if he knew. You know what I mean? He kind of slept. That's why you can't sleep on no opponent, boy. Can't sleep on nobody.
Warholm said, I
So
don't
this
care.
man,
I'm a Viking.
yeah, literally, and had to wear that. He wore that uniform straight in the stadium. He ain't raced, of course, because like I ain't gonna lie, I knew he was finna wear on TV. You gonna wear that uniform on TV in your race? Like I just couldn't see it. But he did a little interview in the stadium, and he walked through. He did the whole media tribune with the uniform on. Walked through. Everybody did all the interviews. But yeah, he ain't raced. He was hurt.
Dang, boy, dang. Well, congratulations to the Santos. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. You know what I mean? He pulled off the Diamond League win in 47.9, which was an amazing race. I want to get to the 800, man. Mary Mora, she was on a tear for these last Diamond Leagues. She ran her world record in the 600, and she ran her a season's best of 156.56. What? Listen, this 800 going to look crazy next year for Keely Hodgson. We going to see the reemergence of I think Moo. Yeah, we going to see her. But Mary Mora letting them know, like, hey, this ain't going to be easy for y'all. I'm still working on me, and I think I can run 154 too. So I think she coming too.
I mean, she gonna have to do a lot for that 154, man. That 154 is that's a different level right there, boy.
Man, listen, boy. The 154 is a whole different kind of race, man, which is super crazy, man.
Hey guys, y'all know what time it is. It's RSG's weekly picks. Let's get it.
And as you guys know, all our new customers bet as little as $5 and get $250 in bonus bets instantly.
And make sure you use our code RSG and head over to DraftKings and download their app.
All right, guys, we're going to get into our picks. And this week, we got New England against New York. This should be a pretty solid game, but I got New York to take it over New England, man. Justin, what you think?
Man, I definitely want their quarterback to get going on the New York side. He's had a lot of buzz behind him. I think he can get the job done. First jitters are out the way. So I want to see what New York brings to the table. New England, they need to watch out.
Yeah, they definitely need to watch out. So, Justin, you going over 39.5 or you going under?
I think they're not even going to get to that point. So I'm going to go under 39, man. So I think it's going to end up being about 21.
The reason why I agree with you, I know New York got a really good repping on defense, and New England's not doing really well right now. So I'm going to agree with you on that under. Shoot, boy, you see this next game? This you against me, boy. Philly against New Orleans, boy. I ain't even going to ask you what you think, man. I already know Philly going to pull it out, man. You know, I'm going to be over here eating the Philly cheesesteak and calling you on the phone and be like, look, man, I'm going to rub this in your face.
Listen, boy, whatever Philly has you smoking on right now, you are high as hell, man. I see New Orleans taking this one. They look great in their first game. I think they're going to keep that momentum going. I think we have something coming down the pipeline for Philly. So New Orleans all the way, baby.
I definitely don't think so. I think we're going to be looking at that who. I don't know if we're going to be looking at who that. we going over or under with this one. I'm going over, man. We going to run the board. So I'm going over. This going to be a high scoring game. We going over.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say the same thing then, man. We going over. 47 ain't nothing for us, especially against Philly.
Man, next on our board, man, we got my arch nemesis. No matter who they play, I'm picking the other team, man. We got Dallas against Baltimore. I'm going Baltimore. Baltimore. That's what I'm doing.
I'm down with the B more too, man. Especially in their last game they had. It was right there, man. Literally a toe. So I think they're going to make sure they get the job done this time around. So, hey, Dallas, I don't think y'all got this one, man. Go ahead and sit down for it.
You going over or under with this one?
Oh, man. I'm going to go under on this one, man. 48 is a high-scoring game right now, and I think they're going to come with some good defense from both sides.
Yeah, I'm going to differ a little bit on that one, man. I'm going over. I think both teams got, like, really good weapons that I feel like they're going to open up their playbooks a little bit, so I'm going to go over on this one. I think they're going to go over.
You going over on this one? 48? Man, you know what? Let me write this down so I make sure I go back to my notes on it. I told you so. I did not see that happening. Who we got next, man?
We got Houston and Minnesota.
H-Town. You know who I'm rolling with, baby. I'm rolling with Houston, man. They got all the weapons over there. They got a young gunslinger. They looking really good this season. So who you got?
I can't disagree with you on that one, man. I'm definitely gonna go with Houston on this one. Minnesota ain't showed me enough. I definitely think that Houston gonna pull this one out.
You got the over, you got the under on 46.
I'm going under. I think both teams are really just trying to find their true identities for right now. So both of them have been through a lot. So I'm a pick under.
I think they're gonna come with the fire, man. So I'm gonna go with the over on this one. I see Houston doing their thing.
We differed on two out of 4 so far. Shoot, on this next one, man, we got Kansas City against ATL. Man, we got.
I think we beat back on the same page with this one.
Exactly. I'm going with the Super Bowl chance, man. We got a really great game manager with a game changer.
You took the words right out of my mouth, bro. I'm going with the same thing. Kansas City all the way. They have shown dominance over and over again through the regular season and in champions. They have to show me consistent failure before they show me anything else. They get the job done. They know how to get it done. They get the right guys out there on the field, and they are playmakers. So I see Kansas City handling business.
Yeah, and it's just very hard to bet against Kansas City, man. It seems like no matter how much adversity they go through, they always pull it through.
So, but are they going to pull this over and under? That's the real question. 47.5.
Yeah, I think they do. They ain't going on zip the other team, but I think they're going to put up a good number, and they probably will end up beating this other team by a good much. It'll be over. I think over.
I got to disagree on that one, man. I see about 30 piece on them, so I got to go with the under on this one.
All right, boy. And that's what we're going to see what's going to happen this week. We will soon see.
Hey, all y'all, make sure you head over to DraftKings and download that app.
DraftKings is an official partner of the NFL.
And remember, always use our promo code RSG.
If you guys just watching this, man, all our new customers who just bet as little as $5 will get $250 in bonus bets instantly.
DraftKings, the crown is yours. Now let's get back to the show.
Another race we could talk about, man, the 100 meter women's 100 meter dash. Julian Alfred went out there. She is the Diamond League champion in 10-8, solidifying her dominance and her event. You know what I mean? She won in a grand fashion. You know what I mean? Her and her teammate. I think Dina Asher-Smith. I think for Dina, this is like a precursor year to what's going to possibly be the greatest year for her next year. This is the most consistent I've seen her under 11 this year. I don't know if that's true. I know somebody going to fact check me in the comments, but I think she's strung together the most sub-11s of her career this year. And for it to be her first year with a new coach, I think this was an amazing season. She may disagree because of what happened to the Olympics, at the Olympics, but I think in the meets after Olympics, she has proved that I am definitely one of the top contenders in this event.
I agree.
What are you guys' thoughts?
I agree with you on that one. I agree. See what you feel.
I agree. I think Justin needs to do his countdown finger thing for Julian because she definitely won a lot of things this year, which is very crazy, very big for St. Lucia. Go ahead, Justin. Name him out.
Go name him out.
Indoor world champion, outdoor Olympic gold medalist, dropped 10-7 this year. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, and a great person. She's cool. She really cool to be around.
The sweetest
Yeah,
freaking person.
The sweetest. Her story always kills me, man, that I knew she almost quit, which is crazy. She look at what happened, man. I keep saying that on our podcast. When people almost quit, you almost quit. And look what transpired after her almost quitting. And I always have to say it, credit to her Coach Flo. She gives all the credit to him. I keep pushing her. So I want to give Coach Flo his flowers on, seeing good coaches see what you can't see. That's why you have good coaches. They see what you can't. That's why they won't give up on you or they won't let you give up. So, hats off to him, man. Hats off to him.
Big facts.
Yeah, happy for the both of them. It's crazy how you can like be on because like even Masai said she was on the verge of quitting. Like she was upset about her not getting a sponsorship coming out of college and all the accolades. Track will do it to you, won't it?
Track will do it to you.
It's timing is everything, man. When you want to do things in your time, sometimes God laugh and be like, in my time.
Yeah.
And his time is the perfect time, not yours. Because if you would have got it early, who knows if you would have been as appreciative for those wins that you got. So I definitely want to say that to all track athletes who possibly had the year that they didn't think they would have. You know, pour more into yourself, man. Your time is definitely coming. Keep working at it. Don't, especially when you feel like you're about to quit, you could be right at your breakthrough. So keep pushing. On to our last event, man. The last event, the men's 100. Akeem Blake.
Akeem Blake.
Did you guys? Did you guys? I gotta apologize to Akeem because I had Fred winning the Diamond League final. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, Fred been running all these 19-8 lows. He's been having season's best. I said, when he come back to this 100, it's gonna be on. But Akeem with that rocket start, boy, he was gone and he was gone.
He was out. He was out.
What'd you guys think about that race?
What'd you think, T?
Very entertaining. Very entertaining. I didn't know who was going to take it. Akeem definitely snuck up in there and stole the win. I definitely had Fred or Christian. I was like, I felt like, dang, like Christian had a tough year. Like maybe he'll pull it out, get him to go home with something. I really had them out of those two guys. But now I wanted Connie to kind of slide in there. You know, I love all the guys, but Akeem definitely put on the show. He freaking blazed that 100. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what's up? Where'd this come from? Like, he looked good. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see what he brings next year coming off of this when I know he's probably gonna be confident going into 2025, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I think definitely would probably worked in his favor. I don't know if him, I think his coach is Mike Frater. I'm not sure. He might have been feeling a little left out because I think, you know, one of our biggest supporters are the Jamaicans, right? We love the Jamaican
crowd. For sure. Same over here.
We love our Jamaican fan base, but I think we probably talked up Keishane, Oblique. We talked about them so much, you know, we probably left them out a little bit. So I think he's out there letting us know, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna be here. So y'all gonna call my name too. Y'all gonna let him know that Akeem Blake is here. So, and he's been on the scene for a while, running 9 seconds. So, I think that was one of his motivating factors.
Jamaica definitely deserved that win, right, Justin?
They did. Yeah, that was good. I think that was a good one right there, right? You see how my country people are doing? My countryman, he did a great job, right?
Oh yeah, you gonna have to put the Jamaican jersey back on, man, for that one, boy.
I'm gonna need you to calm down right now.
Yeah, man. But that was definitely our take on Brussels, which was a really, really good meet. I would have loved to see you there, T. Due to circumstances, you wasn't there on the ground. But I think next year you definitely will be. But the season isn't over. We have one more meet to go that wasn't scheduled in the beginning of the year. The meet is called Athlotes by Alexis. I won't say his last name because I can't pronounce it. But what do you guys think about that meet? I mean, Justin and I have been invited to that meet, so we're going to be at the meet Athlos. What do you think about that meet? Him having a Coachella-style meet and how he's setting it up. I'm definitely interested to see what it's going to look like. It's going to be the first of its kind. It's going to be groundbreaking because he has the highest amount of prize money that's ever been offered in a regular season event. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm ready. I'm there. I'm gonna come ready. I feel like it's gonna be something different than we've ever seen in track and field. I think it's gonna be track and field, but it's gonna have such a different flair and spin to it, right? So I think it's gonna be a really cool experience. I hope that it does very well. So it's something that we can see happen annually. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I mean, how sports in the world set up right now, it's time for women to have their own. It's time for women to have like a real base. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, there's a lot of events I love to watch. There's a lot of sports I love to watch only because women are in it. Only because they give a certain energy. You know what I'm saying? They play a certain way. And that dog, it's a dude who's a dog, you expect that. But when you see a female who's a dog and competitor, it just does something different. You be like, replay, watch it again. So to see this meet, and I know the audience that's going to show up, it's going to be amazing. I'm ready for this. You said Meg Thee Stallion gonna be there? Who gonna be there?
I'm saying, what the hot girls at? Because we here. The hot girls is here.
Yeah, they say Meg Thee Stallion is going to cap off the end of the event with a concert. So it's definitely gonna be different.
Are y'all hot guys or what? Y'all gotta be hot guys. You hot girls. Y'all hot guys or?
I need to know the definition of a hot guy because I don't know what that entails, and it could get me in trouble. So if I see the definition, I'll definitely let you know if I'm one or not.
Come to the concert for more information.
Definitely. I like his idea. I like his idea at this meet. I read a little bit about it. He's going to have walkout music, like let the athletes have their own walkout music, kind of like the WWE. So it's going to give us kind of a personality of what these athletes actually listen to or who they warm up to or what gets them hyped for the meet. So I'm definitely interested to see who's going to come out to what type of music. Is it going to be rap? Is it going to be rock? Is it going to be, what is it going to be? Because it said it's like a Coachella style meet. They're going to have like in between events, they're going to have DJ Nice there. He's going to play like party music in between. They're going to have drinks and everything. So I've never seen a meet like this. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Let me let everybody know when it is. September 26th at Icon Stadium. But what do you guys think about that?
I'm ready to see I'm ready to see some ratchet music coming on out of there. I say, ooh, girl, I love you. You my everything. I want to see somebody walk out of that.
I'm trying to see like personality-wise, like somebody like who's headlining the meet, somebody like Gabby Thomas. I'm very interested to see like what's her listening palette like? You know what I mean? What music she's gonna come out to? I don't know. She's a Harvard grad. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to box her or anything, but I'm very interested to see like what's her coming out music gonna be, or what Alexis Holmes coming out music's gonna be. I'm very interested to see what Alexis Holmes coming out music gonna be. Yeah,
Not too much.
So I'm gonna see. I want to. Jasmine is a signee. She's one of the athletes that's going to be. Jasmine Camacho Quinn is going to be at that meet. I want to see what her come out music's going to be.
Don't play.
Yeah, well, I already know.
I need a little bit. I need a little bit of Lotto, but I also need a little bit of Glorilla.
It's gonna be a lot of that. Don't you worry. It's gonna be a lot of that.
T, you gonna be there?
I'm be there.
We want you to be there. Y'all help T be there, dog. Y'all help T be there, dog.
I'm in there. I'm in the building.
All right. We want to see you definitely in the building September 26th at Icon Stadium.
I want to tell you, I'm most excited to see what the stadium is going to look like. Because from what I heard, we're not going to recognize Icon Stadium at all. It's going to be this whole different type of vibe. So that's what I'm most interested in. Like, how y'all finna transform? Icon is pretty, standard. So I want to see how they're going to bring it to life. So keep an eye out for that too, because that's what I'm trying to see what they're going to do with that.
I'm gonna fly a drone over there and try to see what they're doing. You know what I mean? They might call me and be like, "Hey, you can't be in this airspace with this drone, boy. I might get arrested by the feds."
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. T, we want to say definitely. You have anything else, Justin?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, I'm always loving when T's around.
Definitely. We'll talk with T. T, we want you to let our fans know, or our listeners know, subscribers know, where they can find you, what you got planned, and if you have any messages you want to give our fan base, you have the floor.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Thanks. You guys can follow me at Real Talk with T, Real Talk with TEE on all platforms. I'm everywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube. Yeah, I'll be at the Athlos meet on the 26th, and then some other fun events like Grant's golf tournament. I'll be hosting that with the ladies, and then I'll be at Noah's foundation brunch in November. So I have a few other things I'm going on throughout this year. So just stay tuned, guys. Follow me. Stay connected. I do want to leave a message to everybody who's watching, tuning in. Don't. Where do I go from this? Let me see how I want to say it. Just stay motivated. Stay encouraged. I didn't see myself being in this position, doing this for 3 years, and God has blessed me. So I just want to let y'all know, like, keep going. Whatever you want to do, whatever you love to do, just keep working at it. The work always pays off. Stay consistent. There's 8 billion people in this world, and there's something made just for you. So I love y'all. I'm always spreading love. And yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course.
Hey, man, we definitely love having Real Talk with T on. We definitely will have her on again. We definitely like Real Talk with T. We appreciate you coming to our show. And until next time on our show of Ready, Set, Go!
Go!